The message you are about to receive is sacred and deeply significant. It is not random, and it is not a coincidence that you are reading or hearing it at this exact moment. It has been sent specifically for you, the chosen one, as a reminder that you are not alone in your journey. This message is meant to align with the divine plan that has been unfolding in your life, a plan that has been orchestrated by God from the beginning of time. This is a sacred moment in your spiritual walk, one that has been building up through the struggles, challenges, and experiences that have shaped you into who you are today. You are being called to receive this message, for it is a divine invitation to awaken fully to your purpose and the power that lies within you. The timing of this message is no accident. It comes at a time when you are standing on the threshold of something much greater than you could have imagined. It arrives when your spirit is ripe for growth, and you are at a crossroads, where you can choose to step fully into your divine calling, or continue down a path that no longer serves you. The message is not just a call. It is a profound revelation that will shift your understanding of your purpose, your identity, and your place in the grand tapestry of God's plan. This is a moment of divine intervention, meant to align you with the higher calling that awaits you. God has seen you. He has seen your struggles, your doubts, your confusion, and the pain you've endured. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of despair you have faced has not gone unnoticed. In fact, it has been part of the divine orchestration that has prepared you for this critical moment. God has watched you walk through the fire, and He has seen your faith, your resilience, and your willingness to keep moving forward, even when it seemed impossible. His intervention was often a quiet assurance that, even when the chosen one felt abandoned, heaven was still very much present and active in their life. Despite the chosen one's moments of abandonment or betrayal, they were never alone. Heaven was working tirelessly behind the scenes, actively intervening on their behalf. Archangel Michael's role as protector was not just a physical defense, but a deep spiritual safeguard that ensured the chosen one's divine purpose would be fulfilled. There were moments when the chosen one may have felt like they were walking alone, as if the world had turned its back on them. But in truth, they were enveloped by the presence of Archangel Michael, who shielded them from harm and provided guidance through the storms of life. Even in the moments of silence, when it felt like the heavens were distant or their prayers went unanswered, Archangel Michael was working in the unseen realms, positioning the chosen one for victory and preparing them for the next step in their journey. The times when the chosen one felt the most vulnerable or alone were often the moments when divine protection was most intensely at work. The quietude of those moments was not a sign of abandonment, but of the active work being done to ensure that the chosen one was spiritually strengthened and aligned with their divine purpose. The struggles and challenges that the chosen one faced were not in vain. They were necessary steps in the process of spiritual growth and transformation. Archangel Michael's protection did not remove the struggles, but it ensured that the chosen one's faith remained intact. The battles that seemed insurmountable were met with a divine defense that strengthened the chosen one's resolve. In each moment of struggle, whether physical or spiritual, Archangel Michael's protection was present, guiding the chosen one to deeper wisdom, greater clarity, and a more profound understanding of their purpose. In times when the chosen one questioned their worth or felt overwhelmed by the pressure of their journey, Archangel Michael was a reminder that they were being held in the arms of the divine. His presence brought clarity in the fog of confusion and strength in the face of adversity. The trials, though difficult, were always part of a greater plan, one that involved not just the chosen one's transformation, but also the fulfillment of a divine mission that would have far-reaching impact. Through his unwavering protection, Archangel Michael ensured that nothing would thwart this higher purpose. This message is a reminder that when the Chosen One felt isolated, betrayed, or confused, they were never abandoned. God was with them every step of the way, and Archangel Michael was the physical and spiritual guardian assigned to protect and guide them. The divine purpose they carry is not a fleeting dream. It is part of a grand plan that has always been in motion, and no force can derail it. The victory of the Chosen One is already secured, and every challenge faced was part of the process of stepping into their divine destiny. The Chosen One's journey has been marked by moments of struggle, betrayal, and confusion, but these moments were never faced alone. Archangel Michael's divine protection and intervention have been present in every step of the journey, working behind the scenes to ensure that the Chosen One's path remained aligned with their higher purpose. The spiritual and physical battles fought were necessary for their transformation, but they were always under the watchful care of heaven. As the Chosen One steps into their true purpose, they can do so with the knowledge that divine protection is ever present, ensuring their success and fulfillment of God's plan. The Chosen One has been chosen, protected, and guided by forces beyond this world, and their journey will continue to unfold with divine power and purpose. The Chosen One has undergone a profound transformation, shaped and guided by divine hands through trials that were meant to refine and strengthen them. What once seemed like moments of vulnerability have now become the very building blocks of the strength, wisdom, and clarity that they carry today. The time has come for the Chosen One to rise from their period of silence and hiddenness, stepping into their divine mission with a new sense of purpose and understanding. Their trials have forged them into someone who now understands their divine calling and is prepared to fulfill it with discernment, wisdom, and unshakable faith. For years, the Chosen One may have felt like they were walking alone, misunderstood, and isolated in their journey. It seemed as though their path was unclear, filled with obstacles that were difficult to understand. However, the truth of their journey was always one of preparation for this very moment when their spirit would awaken and they would step fully into their mission. The transformation from vulnerability to strength has been gradual, and now that they have been refined, they are prepared to rise with clarity, purpose, and the power to fulfill their divine destiny. The Chosen One's transformation has been a process of deep spiritual growth and inner strength. From a place of vulnerability, where the weight of the world seemed unbearable, they have been shaped by divine guidance and strength. In the past, they may have felt overwhelmed, unable to see the bigger picture, or unsure of their place in the divine plan. But now, with each trial faced and each challenge overcome, the Chosen One has gained a clearer understanding of their mission and the divine purpose that has been guiding them all along. During this time of hiddenness, the Chosen One was learning the lessons necessary for their elevation. They were being prepared for this moment, when the silence would be broken, the hiddenness would come to an end, and they would rise with a renewed sense of clarity and understanding. Every moment of struggle and trial was shaping them, allowing them to see the world with new eyes. What once felt like isolation and pain now serves as a testimony to their growth and divine refinement. The shift in the Chosen One's spirit is not merely a matter of emotional or physical strength. It is a deep spiritual awakening. Their vulnerability has been transformed into power, their uncertainty into clarity, and their doubt into conviction. The lessons learned in the shadows are now lighting the way for their next steps. They no longer walk in confusion or fear. They walk with a sense of purpose, fully aware of their divine calling and the strength that resides within them. The time of silence and hiddenness is coming to an end. The Chosen One is now being called to step forward, not in a way that is driven by emotion, but with clarity and purpose. The trials that were meant to break them have instead shaped them into a person who can now face the world with an unwavering sense of self and divine mission. It is no longer a time to question or hesitate. It is a time to rise and step into the calling that has been prepared for them. The chosen one's journey was never meant to be easy. It was always about the process of transformation. The periods of silence, isolation, and confusion were necessary to build the foundation for the strength and wisdom that they now possess. Now that they have been refined, it is time to embrace the fullness of their divine purpose. They are not to approach the world with a sense of vulnerability, but with confidence and clarity. They are being called to shine brightly, not as a puzzle of confusion and doubt, but as a revelation of divine truth. The struggles, the doubts, and the confusion that once clouded their mind are now gone, replaced by a clear understanding of their mission. The chosen one has been through the fire, and now they are ready to step into the light of their true purpose. The world needs their light now more than ever, and they are prepared to offer it freely and confidently. The time for hiddenness is over. The time for the chosen one to stand tall, to rise in their power, and to shine their divine light is now. This is the moment of clarity, the moment of transformation, and the moment when the chosen one steps fully into their divine mission. No longer will they hide in the shadows or question their worth. They are ready to step forward with full confidence and embrace the calling that has always been theirs. The shift in the chosen one's spirit is profound, and it marks the beginning of a new chapter in their life. They are no longer bound by the struggles of the past or the uncertainties of the future. They are now stepping into the fullness of their power, walking with clarity and purpose, ready to fulfill the divine mission that has been entrusted to them. This transformation is not just about personal growth. It is about the impact the chosen one will have on the world around them. As they step into their divine calling, they will bring healing, truth, and light to those who need it most. The time for waiting and wondering is over. The time for action, for clarity, and for fulfilling the divine purpose is now. The world needs the chosen one's light. They are not just stepping into their purpose for themselves. They are stepping into their calling to bring about a greater good. The awakening of their spirit is not just a personal triumph. It is a cosmic shift that will ripple out into the world. The chosen one is now ready to lead, to inspire, and to bring about the transformation that the world needs. The shift in their spirit has made them the vessel of divine light, the beacon of hope, and the manifestation of God's truth. As they rise, they bring others with them, guiding them through the darkness into the light of divine purpose and love. The chosen one has endured the trials, the silence, and the isolation. Now, they have emerged from these moments stronger, clearer, and more aligned with their divine purpose than ever before. The shift in their spirit marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one where they will walk confidently in their divine calling, bringing light and healing to the world. This is the moment for the chosen one to rise, to shine, and to fulfill the mission that has always been theirs. The chosen one is not only divinely protected, but also being elevated to step confidently into their divine calling. This elevation comes after a journey of healing, restoration, and awakening to their true purpose. The struggles they have endured were never in vain. They were the very forces that shaped them for this higher calling. Now, as they stand ready to fulfill their divine mission, they do so with peace and clarity, knowing that the divine has been with them through every trial. This is a time of transformation. A new chapter is beginning where the chosen one's light becomes undeniable. They are not just moving forward in their purpose, but becoming a living testimony of divine grace. The journey has taught them the importance of forgiveness and releasing bitterness, freeing them to step fully into their purpose without the weight of past wounds. The time for the chosen one to shine is now. Their presence, rooted in peace and divine purpose, will serve as a beacon of hope and transformation for others. This moment marks the start of a new era where the chosen one walks in alignment with their true calling, illuminating the world with the wisdom and strength they have gained. The divine mandate is clear. Now is the time to rise and lead. Every tear you've shed, every sacrifice you've made, and every moment you've spent questioning your purpose has been acknowledged by the Creator, who has been with you through it all. The chaos and pain you have endured have not been in vain. They have served as the crucible in which your spirit has been refined. The struggles you've faced, while difficult and painful, have shaped you into the person you are now, someone strong, resilient, and ready to fulfill the divine calling that has always been upon your life. God has been watching, waiting, and preparing you for this moment of revelation, where you will step into the fullness of your purpose and embrace the divine power that lies within you. Now, in this moment, the timing is perfect. The universe has conspired to bring you to this point in your journey, and God's plan is unfolding before your eyes. This is the moment you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know it yet. It's the moment when everything you've gone through, everything you've endured, and everything you've learned comes together to reveal your true calling. The message you are receiving now is the key to unlocking the next phase of your journey. It is a call to awaken fully to the truth of who you are, to embrace the divine power within you, and to step boldly into the destiny that has been written for you. God has been watching you, and He has not forgotten about you. He has been with you through every trial and tribulation, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for this very moment. Now, as you stand on the precipice of a new phase in your life, the message comes with urgency. This is the moment of spiritual breakthrough, the time when you are called to fully align with the divine purpose that has always been within you. You have reached a critical juncture in your journey. The struggles you have faced and the pain you have endured were not meaningless. They were part of the divine process that has been preparing you for something much greater than you could have imagined. You are not here by accident. You are here because you were chosen for this moment. Every hardship, every challenge, and every moment of despair has been preparing you for the mission that lies ahead. Now, God is calling you to step into your true identity, to embrace your divine purpose, and to walk boldly in the light of your calling. This is not a time for hesitation or doubt. It is a time for action. The divine purpose that has been written for you is now ready to unfold, and you are being called to take your place in the greater plan that is unfolding in the world. The world needs you, the chosen one, to step forward and fulfill your divine mission. The message is clear. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. God has been with you every step of the way, and He has been preparing you for this moment of revelation. This is the time to awaken to the truth of who you are, to embrace the divine power within you, and to step into your destiny. The struggles you have faced were not in vain. They were part of the preparation that has led you to this moment. Now, you must rise and embrace the calling that has always been yours. As you step into your true purpose, remember that this is not just about you. This is about the collective awakening of humanity, the fulfillment of divine purpose on a grand scale. You are part of something much greater than yourself. The world needs your light, your truth, and your divine wisdom. The time has come for you to rise, to lead, and to fulfill the purpose you were born for. God has chosen you, and now it is time for you to step into your power. The message is clear, the timing is perfect, and your divine purpose is waiting for you to claim it. It's time to rise, chosen one. The universe is calling you, and the time to answer is now. The message you have received is sacred, and it has arrived at the perfect time. God has been watching you, preparing you, and now He is calling you to step fully into the divine purpose that has been written for you. Your struggles, your pain, and your journey have all led you to this moment. This is the time for you to awaken to the truth of who you are and to align yourself with your divine calling. The world needs you, and now is the time for you to rise and fulfill your mission. God has been waiting for you to step into your full power, and the universe is now aligning to make this possible. Answer the call, chosen one, for this is your time. A man was sent with a specific mission: to investigate, to search for hidden truths, and to uncover the mysteries surrounding the chosen one. His task was to observe, to scrutinize, and to gather information. What he did not anticipate, however, was that his assignment would lead him into an encounter far beyond what he had imagined. What was supposed to be a simple observation turned into a transformative, life-altering moment with the divine presence that changed his heart and direction forever. The man, initially set to disrupt and invade the chosen one's life, soon found himself on the receiving end of a divine awakening that would alter his soul's course. In this section, we explore how the investigator's initial mission, rooted in the world's pursuit of hidden knowledge and power, transformed into an encounter with divine grace. What was meant to harm, to gather personal and sacred information, ended up being a catalyst for spiritual awakening. This encounter demonstrates the profound power of divine presence, which can transform even the most hardened hearts, showing that nothing happens outside of God's purpose. What was intended to challenge or undermine the chosen one became the turning point for the observer's own spiritual growth and redirection. The investigator was initially dispatched for a specific task. He had been told that the chosen one held secrets, powers, or divine truths that needed to be understood, or perhaps exposed. This was no mere act of curiosity. It was a mission filled with purpose, assigned to someone who was accustomed to uncovering the unknown and unveiling hidden knowledge. The chosen one, unbeknownst to them, was about to become the subject of an intense investigation, one that would force the observer into a deeper, more personal confrontation with the divine. The investigator began his mission with a clear objective: gather facts, uncover truths, and unearth any evidence that might validate the mysteries surrounding the chosen one. Armed with questions, skepticism, and an analytical mind, he approached the task with precision. He believed that his pursuit of knowledge would lead him to answers that would explain the divine presence that surrounded the chosen one. What he didn't know was that the deeper he delved into the life of the chosen one, the more he would be confronted by something much greater than facts or theories. He would be faced with the undeniable presence of God. From the moment their paths crossed, the investigator began to experience a shift in his perspective. The chosen one, instead of reacting with defensiveness or resistance, radiated calm and peace, a peace that disrupted the investigator's preconceived notions. As the observer came closer to the chosen one, something unexpected happened. The observer felt something stir deep within him, a feeling of awe and reverence that defied explanation. The knowledge he had sought was no longer a matter of facts or figures. It was something he could feel in his very soul. In the presence of the Chosen One, the investigator felt both drawn in and confronted by the divine force that had been quietly working behind the scenes all along. What the investigator had anticipated as an investigation soon became a spiritual reckoning. Each moment he spent near the Chosen One deepened his awareness of a higher truth, one that could not be explained or understood by his methods of inquiry. It was in these encounters, in the stillness and the silence, that the investigator began to realize that he was not merely gathering information about the Chosen One. He was being transformed, being shown a deeper reality that transcended his human understanding. As time passed, the investigator found himself unable to continue with his original mission. The information he had come to gather seemed insignificant compared to the overwhelming sense of divine truth that had enveloped him. The deeper he looked into the life of the Chosen One, the more he realized that the true purpose of his mission was not to uncover facts about the Chosen One, but to encounter the presence of God through the Chosen One. His initial task had been to invade the privacy of another, but in the process, he discovered the sacredness of his own journey and the divine truths that had been hidden within himself. What was meant to harm or invade the privacy of the Chosen One ultimately led to a powerful spiritual awakening for the observer. The initial mission to uncover truths, to search for hidden knowledge, turned into a divine revelation that changed the course of his life. The investigator was not simply exposed to the life of the Chosen One. He was exposed to God's presence in a way that led him to abandon his original assignment. He recognized that the true knowledge he had been seeking was not found in facts, evidence, or secrets. It was found in the divine essence, in the presence of God that was radiating from the Chosen One. The investigator's heart began to soften, and his spirit began to shift as he encountered something greater than himself. In that encounter, he found that he could no longer carry out his mission with the same intent. He was faced with a decision: to continue in his quest for knowledge, detached from any deeper understanding, or to surrender and acknowledge the divine presence that had interrupted his life. The observer's resistance faded as the truth of the Chosen One's divine calling became undeniable. The mission, initially conceived as one of disruption, became a spiritual revelation for the investigator, showing him that knowledge without spiritual insight is hollow, and only through divine experience can one come to understand the truth. The power of divine presence is undeniable. It breaks through any walls we attempt to build to keep God at bay. In the case of the investigator, the Chosen One's energy and mission were not just about being a vessel for truth. They were about being a beacon of God's presence, shining in a way that transformed everything around them. The very thing that the investigator came to dissect became the very thing that brought him to his knees, spiritually awakening him to the reality of God's presence and purpose. What was intended to harm, to infiltrate, and to violate the privacy of the Chosen One became the divine agent of transformation for the observer. The very energy that the investigator sought to understand was the energy that led him to surrender his task and turn toward heaven. He had come looking for secrets, but what he found was the profound, holy truth of God's existence in the world. This encounter highlights the unchanging truth that God's presence cannot be contained or controlled. No matter how much we try to manipulate or understand divine purpose through our limited human perspectives, God's presence remains unfathomable and uncontrollable. What we often view as a burden or an interruption is actually the gateway to spiritual awakening and growth. The investigator was sent to disrupt the Chosen One's privacy, but it was through this process that his heart was open to the presence of the divine, leading to his own spiritual awakening. This powerful message speaks to the fact that the Chosen Ones are not just meant to serve as an inspiration to others, but as living vessels through which divine revelation is experienced. The spiritual impact they carry is not just about their own divine calling. It is about creating moments where others are awakened to the presence of God. What was meant to harm or disrupt them is ultimately transformed into a force that brings them closer to their mission and closer to God. The Chosen Ones are not just walking their own paths. They are catalysts for spiritual awakening and transformation in others. In the end, the investigator's journey serves as a testament to the power of divine presence. It demonstrates that no matter how hard one tries to resist or control the truth, the divine will always break through. In the case of the Chosen One, this divine presence is exactly what the world needs, and it is what will ultimately lead to spiritual awakening for others, even those who may try to resist it the most. Archangel Michael, a warrior of light and a protector of divine purpose, was dispatched to safeguard the Chosen One, providing both unseen guidance and defense in times of trial. His presence, though often unnoticed, has been a powerful force that has stood between the Chosen One and the forces that sought to harm or derail them. The Chosen One may not have always been aware of it, but every moment of struggle, silence, and even feeling abandoned or betrayed was met with divine intervention through Archangel Michael. His role in guarding the Chosen One, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, was crucial to ensuring that their path remained in alignment with their divine calling. Despite the external circumstances that may have appeared as isolation or loss, Archangel Michael's protection was an ever-present shield, orchestrating divine purpose behind the scenes. Archangel Michael's presence in the life of the Chosen One was a manifestation of God's unwavering protection, an assurance that no matter the struggles or battles faced, the Chosen One was never alone. His protection, while often invisible, was evident in moments of silence, prayer, and even in the most intense moments of spiritual warfare. While the Chosen One may have faced feelings of isolation or abandonment, these emotions were often part of the process of divine purification and strengthening. Archangel Michael's role was to stand guard, ensuring that no harm, physical, emotional, or spiritual, could breach the divine plan set before them. In times of quiet prayer or intense struggle, when the Chosen One felt the weight of the world's challenges, Archangel Michael was actively working behind the scenes. His presence was felt in moments of stillness, when the Chosen One called out to God in their desperation or sought solace in prayer. Michael's intervention was not always loud or overt. Sometimes it was the stillness in the heart, the feeling of divine protection when it seemed like everything was falling apart. His role was not to eliminate the struggles, but to ensure that the Chosen One's divine purpose would not be derailed by them. The protection that Archangel Michael provided was twofold. First, it was a physical protection from harm, ensuring that the Chosen One was shielded from the forces that sought to cause them harm. But just as importantly, it was a spiritual protection, guarding the Chosen One's mind, heart, and soul from spiritual attacks that sought to wear them down. Whether it was the spiritual battle of doubt, fear, or betrayal, Archangel Michael was actively working to strengthen the Chosen One's faith and resolve.